You can cut it if I mess up, right? Okay. One of the questions here is what are some of the struggles in Japan? But I think for you being a part of the PCJ church and having been a pastor here for a while, what is a struggle that you see in ministry in Japan? What is it?
Yeah, Japanese church, they tend to lack the discipleship, good discipleship training. It might be one-on-one, it might be group setting, but usually they don't have good system or anything, resources of discipleship training. And the purpose of discipleship training is not to raise the leaders, but their spiritual maturity, and so that they can have a desire to lead the church, be elders, do work as deacons. But because of lack of this kind of training or education, regular people, lay people, never think about that, and it prevents church growth in Japan. And I think it's kind of immediate problem. We should solve it as soon as possible. So that's why we need maybe resources and also the system. But the most important thing is gives them the desire to be leaders, because even lay people, God has His call to each one of us, each one of them, to do some kind of ministry in church, outside of church, so they don't have any excuse.
What are some ways that we can support that as the church in Japan, as people who are already in Japan, and also as the church globally and overseas? What are ways that we can support that need?
Yeah, we lack the many resources, human resources and financial resources. So first thing I ask you is pray for us, so that we can be like healthy, growing church. And also please send people regularly, and in that way we can have a good relationship with the churches overseas. And also, if possible, we want to send the people like seekers, non-Christians, to have some Christian experience in the US that affect strongly in them. The people, unfortunately, some people come back after they converted to Christianity, but in Japan they couldn't find any church or community. Then someday they stop going to church, stop reading Bible, and lose their faith. That's happening many times in Japan. So if we have a good relationship with the churches in America, we can send people to have experience there. Maybe they'll be refreshed. Maybe they will believe for the first time. Then, yeah, we could be a good, like, how do I say, the accept place, so that they can come and grow their faith and become someday the leaders of church. Yeah. So prayer, of course, financial support and human resources providing, and also the church Christian experience in the US. That will be so helpful for us.
Well, I guess in Japan, when it comes to raising up the next generation of leaders, because you've mentioned leaders, raising up the next generation of leaders and the next generation of Christians, what do you feel like would be helpful? Like, how do you feel like, what do you think would be helpful in order to do that? In order to raise the next generation of Christian leaders and Christians?
So Ephesians 4:12, I think, the role of church leaders, like ministers, in that book Paul says like prophets, apostles, shepherd, pastors, teachers. Their role is equip the lay people so that they can work their ministry at their place. So the church leaders should have that responsibility, but maybe many church leaders doesn't know that. So we should know that, and also the lay people should know that they have a primary call from the God to minister to people. This kind of understanding agreement should be in the church. Then people respect the time of pastors, so that they should not use pastors, but they should give pastors time to work on their primary call and secondary call. So sometimes the misunderstanding in the church between pastors, elders, and the lay people functions very bad, because they don't know their primary call. They just want to like give me milk, but they should eat by themselves. We cannot provide milk forever to them. So this kind of like agreement or understanding each other will be very important in Japan, I think. And also we want to have many good resources and systems and education and training program like City to City Japan is providing for the church planters. We have different level of the people, church planters and working outside of church, but trying to share the gospel in their working place, or anything. So kids ministry, children's ministry, anything. So we want to have a good program. Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, we're good.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being quiet.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you think it can change? Like, as you said, like how
For reflections. Esther was in
the
chat.
agreement between like lay leaders and like
I
the
noticed
church,
it when I
like
came here.
knowing their
Plus,
role as lay leader, so that people don't come too much